Hi, I'm RmaN and I'm back with another tutorial after a very long time. This tutorial is not an exact recreation of the Cashmere Cat 9 or After Coachella percussion sound that you hear in the drop, but the techniques I like to show you in this tutorial are some of the most underrated sound design techniques that top-notch producers like NGHTMRE, maybe Cashmere Cat, maybe Muramasa and even Sean Wasabi utilize them to create their own unique and tuned percussion sounds to play melodic lines with that. First of all, I like to show a presentation that NGHTMRE himself showed this technique, and that's where I learned this technique from.
And then with it on, it's like, just like makes it way crazier, and so it also has a dry wet. So if it's at 100% wetness, you'll hear only going away from an octave up or an octave down. It can say, oh, this is the dynamics in this are not how I like them. I want it to be more flat. I need to add a compressor. So yeah, again, just knowing your tools, going to Ableton and reading the manual and understanding how everything works is super, super important.
As you saw in the video, he has even prepared a presentation and it's a very detailed and organized tutorial, and I definitely even urge you to watch that. By the way, I learned this new Ableton trick which has revolutionized my way of working in Ableton. I've always had problems increasing and decreasing the track's heights, and all you have to do is just focus on the track you want or a group of tracks you want, or even highlight a part of your tracks, hold Alt and scroll with your mouse. That's it. You will thank me later for that. Okay, without further ado, first I'm gonna show you the type of sound that I've made. There are two main elements to this kind of percussion sounds. One of them is the metallic quality of that sound, which is all done by Corpus, which is in fact a physical object simulator which simulates the sound going through physical objects like pipe, tube, glass material, or even metallic material. And another main element of the sound is kind of a pitch down, pitch up, modulated delay, which comes shortly after the attack of the sound, which we are going to make using the grain delay effect. Let's investigate the sound that I've made using only a sample from Serum and adding Corpus effect for metallic sound and adding grain delay effect after that for pitched up or pitched down sounds. This is only a percussive sample from Serum. You can use just any sampler for that. Let's make another metallic percussive sound using a random sample from our browser. We're just looking for a good attack. Let's just use this one. For adding a tuned metallic quality to this sound, we add a Corpus effect on top of that and tune our Corpus to the MIDI input of this track. In Corpus, you can play with a variety of materials and variety of settings and adjusting a lot of parameters real randomly to get to the sound you want. It will make your sound glassy, metallic, or even like it's coming from a pipe. But the most important aspect to Corpus, which lots of producers don't even know about, is tuning your metallic quality resonance to your MIDI input so you can play notes with them. And it's done by clicking on this arrow and selecting the MIDI input from one of your tracks, usually the same track you have put Corpus on, turning the low or last on, and you hear those metallic or glassy quality tails are not tuned and you can play notes with them. Always test out different materials for your Corpus effects and always play with the transpose. The combination of transpose and different materials brings up a lot of different sounds that you can't even make with another synthesizer. The decay knob has a huge effect because it controls the length of the material resonance. I like this sound. You can now add further processing to your liking for this sound like distortion or another effect you want. But as I said earlier, the second main element to this kind of percussion sounds are a short delayed pitched up or pitched down modulated sound that comes shortly after the attack of the sound. And grain delay effect is our best option to do just that. Like other delay effects, it has both synced and free delay times. And on top of that, and on the 2D plane, you have lots of other options to mangle your delayed signal. For example, to pitch them down, pitch them up, or add granulate effects to your delayed signal. Because I set the driver to 50%, you now hear the original attack signal and its unmangled delay. But the next step is to set the delay to 1 octave or 12 semitone down. By adjusting the delay time, you specify when the pitch down delay effect comes after the attack. By increasing the feedback, this pitch down delay effect will be repeated many times and goes a few octaves even lower. I suggest you to play with other parameters to get some unique and crazy sounds. It's even a very amazing tool to create sound effects. If your sound is too crowded and you hear too many grains, just lower the frequency. But let's not get too crazy and stick to our percussion sound. For creating even crazier percussion sounds, we can make a parallel rack of several corpus and several grain delays and layer them parallel to each other with different delay times, different pitches, and different corpus settings. That will give us some complex percussion sounds that you can't even make with any synthesizer available right now. You can even change the starting sample and make a whole different sound using the same corpus and grain delay settings using a different sample. Let's load a different sample. Maybe this sound with some distortion on top of that will fit dubstep. For the sake of convenience, I've made a custom rack called Cashmere Catifier. It consists of some corpus and some grain delays, delayed on different times relative to each other and with various pitch amounts, various corpus settings, and lots of minor tweaks to make it ready to just put after on sample, route the corpus to your current MIDI track, and have your sample sound, as I say, Cashmere Catified as fast as possible. As you can see, in this track I have 3 parallel grain delays relative to each other with different times and different pitch amounts, which will result in an amazing and complex percussion sound. By the way, I have this Cashmere Catifier rack available for a free download in the description. Let's hear how this rack sounds with our previous sample. In the end, I hope you learned something from this tutorial to make your percussion sounds even more modern with these techniques, and hopefully you can make more unique sounds with them. If you liked my tutorial and you want to support me, please check out my SoundCloud and check out my latest track. Giving a follow on SoundCloud or listening to my songs on Spotify will help a lot. Thank you and have a good day.